Hello, Camille. My name is Sean Everett. I am a website analysis expert at Zucker Marketing. Thank you for talking with Eric. He sent your website over to me for analysis, so I'm going to not waste another minute. I'm going to show you exactly what I do when I analyze a website. I'm going to give you some tips to hopefully help you out, and all of them are things you can do yourself. Here's the first thing I do. I go to this, which is a paid tool that we use in this industry. It looks at the metrics of your site. The next thing I do is I look at a map of the area. Now, I am from Tacoma, and you guys say that that is one of your locations when I look that up. So I'm going to use that as the reference today just because, well, I know the area pretty darn well. So I guess the next thing I do is I go and I do a Google search, as I done here, Tacoma, Washington roofers, and I'm going to have to explain a little bit about how Google works and what you are doing right and what you can improve on. Now, the first thing I can tell you is that you are doing really well by being here. The way you got there was by going to Google and filling out a Google business profile. I don't know if you knew that that's why you were here, but that's exactly it. These folks are there also because they have done the same thing. Now, the Google algorithm that chooses the placement of these has you third, and there's a reason for that, and I will go through that in a moment. But the algorithm was developed by Google in order to provide its search customers with the most relevant results. Google thinks they have the lock on the word relevant. They know more about what's relevant for you than you might. So that's just the way Google works. So, but at the same time, Google is the gorilla in the room. And when the gorilla wants to dance, you dance. So easy enough. You guys went and did a Google business profile. Now, underneath this map pack, as we call it in the industry, are what we call the organic search results. Now, it took me a bit of scrolling because these are all lists of roofers as opposed to an actual roofer. And where is it? Oh, here we go. Tacoma Roofing and Waterproofing. Um, Now, I'm going to use them as a uh, comparison for you. I'm going to call them your Google competitor. And I'm going to show you what I mean. Now, the first thing I'm going to do is go back to this tool and I'm going to show you some of the metrics of your site. You have 644 keywords on your website. Now, a keyword is a word that Google expects to be on your site. And the reason that they expect that is because they have taken all of the sites that come up when somebody has typed in Tacoma, Washington roofers. They have taken all of those sites, put them together, and taken all of the words out of them and see which words appear most in all of the websites. Now, the ones that appear most become the number one keyword and so on. So you have 644 keywords on your website. They have 436, so you beat them in that. But you are not above them in the organic searches, and you should be. So this is an opportunity to jump up to the top in all of these areas that you serve, and I'm going to show you more how to do that. Now, the keywords that they have are here. Tacoma Roofing Companies, Tacoma Roofing Company. It's all about singulars and plurals. Now you have a nice, big, beautiful website. Getting, once somebody is here, they're going to start clicking because it's great fun. I like how the backgrounds move around and it's just a really nice website. But the aesthetics of it don't interest me so much as getting somebody here, because getting them here means that this can become a tool of your website as much as that hammer is a tool for making his thumb hurt. This should be something that drives money and customers to you. It's no longer just a novelty to have a website anymore. So the next thing I'm going to talk to you about is backlinks. Now, backlinks. Here's their backlinks. You have 1,200. You beat them, as I recall, pretty handily. They have half of less than half of what you have on backlinks. Now, a backlink is a site that refers back to your site. This is what they have. They have homestead.com, expertise. Yellow Pages, Super Pages, probably Dex knows it. There it is. And I don't know what you guys have, but I can tell you this. They only have 3 in the 90s. Now, I can tell you that Angie's List is rated at a 91. So that would be a really good thing to be on. Now, I know Angie's List is a paid listing, but these other ones are not by and large. You can go on there and fill out a profile and become part of their lists of things. Any map that lists, like if you go somewhere on a map and you type in the name of the business, often it shows up. You want to get your business on those maps too, not just on Google Maps. You want it to be on Apple Maps. You want it to be on MapQuest. You know, all those maps that are out there, that because they form the basis for a lot of different companies' ability to go somewhere. So, for instance, I think Foursquare is the company that powers the Apple Maps. If you have your company on Foursquare, then you show up as a company in Apple Maps. Now, it's just a referral. You don't necessarily need those people coming to your actual address, but you do need to have the backlinks. Now, you need to perhaps have better backlinks, because they, with only 3 in the 90s, 2 in the 80s, and then how many in the 70s? Not that many, maybe 10, are still listed higher than you. Now, this is where you have an opportunity, because your traffic was 534. This is the number of people that clicked on your site as a result of a Google search last month, and they have 528. So you have more, but you can pull well into the lead, because the other thing that you probably haven't done, aside from listing these locations that you have, let me look at something here. I'm going to type in the word best. You have 2, why wait to schedule the best roofing company? The best roofing company. You are one of the few companies that has that. Oh, I am so happy. But you have the best roofing company in Western Washington. Here's my question to you. Why don't you have the best roofing company in University Place? Why don't you have the best roofing company in DuPont? All of those could be, well on a very back page. It doesn't have to be on your front page. But here's the example. If you type, if you have on your website the phrase "bananas like gorillas," then whenever somebody types that in, your page is going to come up, and somebody who types that in is going to wonder why this roofing company in Tumwater, Washington, is coming up on a search that has to do with bananas and gorillas. Well, the same thing is true otherwise when it's in the reverse. If you don't have something on your website, when somebody types it in, it won't be there. So that's why I'm suggesting that you say, Parkland, best roofer in Parkland. You have a lot of opportunity to pull way ahead of these folks and get a lot more traffic to your website. Now, I hope I've said something that was useful to you. You have a beautiful website. I'm sure you spent some good money on it. Well, your website designer does not know how to get the people there in the same way that we do, because it's a specialized skill. So that you've done great with once they get here. Get them there. That's a thing that I think Eric might be able to give you a hand with. Now, if what I've told you sounds reasonable, if it's, you can go and check my work. You can look up all of these stats and see for yourself. And if that sounds like something reasonable that you'd like to pursue, please give Eric a call. He'd be happy to guide you through the next steps. And in the meantime, all of this you can do yourself too. I really hope that I have given you some tips to help you. And thank you for watching. You have a great day.